So I'm going to take a slightly different approach, and my essay in the book is about cultural ramifications of this period of migration, and specifically looking at cinema. So the draft title is Lascivious, Illegal, and Almost American: The Italian Post-War Immigrant in Cinema. And generally speaking, if we look at the way in which post-war immigrants are depicted in both US and Italian-produced films, we could group them into two basic categories. They're either used as narrative devices to promote romance or to be funny or comedy, or they're used as hitmen in gangster films that are people, men who are brought over as sort of temporary emigres, and then go back to Italy. My interest, though, is less on kind of categorizing and documenting this ways in which this kind of immigration is represented, and more on the kind of ideological implications of certain trends within some of these examples of cinematic representations of post-war migration. And in particular, I'm looking at a set of films made within the first few decades after the end of the war in order to explore what these cinematic characterizations of post-war Italian immigrants might tell us about the relationship between established Italian Americans and these sort of new immigrants. And to get there, I'm really looking at a sort of transnational framework for film production. Filmmaking between Hollywood and Cinecittà at this period was very fluid, and I have a kind of tangentially related project of looking at the runaway films, Hollywood films produced in Italy, these Hollywood on the Tiber films, where Hollywood studios made movies in Italy by capitalizing on US and Italian government subsidies that were directly tied to the Marshall Plan, to cheap labor available in Italy, and sort of exotic Mediterranean settings. And one of the effects of the Marshall Plan was instituting a kind of almost a sort of transnational immigration control, but in this case on capital rather than on people, by freezing capital that foreign companies within Italy, by freezing capital within Italy produced by foreign companies, so that the US could no longer bring home all of the monies they earned from their films that they had exported to Italy.